We're out here in Brooklyn, New York, and the weather is so cold. It's like -7, right? Today's show is really about the history of Atlantic Avenue in Brooklyn. There's so much history on this block, and I just kind of want to go over a few buildings if we can. It's so cold out here, and as you can see, I'm my own cameraman today. But I'm going to show you some of the architecture. We're going to get into a little bit of mythology, right? Because there are some conspiracy theories that these buildings are way older than people are saying they are. And there was some type of mudslide that happened that they didn't tell us about. I don't know, that's conspiracy theory. But maybe you do believe in that, right? So some of the theories that I've seen is based on the foundation of these buildings. Now, if you look at the foundation of this particular building, why does the stone stop where it stops, right? It's just really peculiar, right? I'm not full on tin hat conspiracy theorist yet, but obviously this building was built on top of something that is clearly goes levels below the sidewalk, right? Whatever ground we're standing on, this building clearly went way below that. So, how far do these buildings really go back is my question, right? Are we being told the truth about the origins of these buildings in New York City? Maybe these buildings were already there, is my point. Today, what started out as me just kind of looking at a few boutiques in Brooklyn, it set off a whole nother project somehow, and I ended up digging into the history of a few buildings on Atlantic Avenue, right, which opened up Pandora's box, because then I discovered Benjamin Moore, the paint company, started in Brooklyn at 55 Atlantic Avenue, which is no longer there, right? There was a fire. It was said that he was the last one out. There's a lot of history on Atlantic Avenue that I would like to go over. Right now, though, and you can thank me again for putting you on. I'm at a nice swanky spot in Brooklyn, Atlantic Ave, called Swallow Cafe, right? The decor is amazing. I'm going to show you guys around in a second. But what I found interesting is that when you come into the cafe, it like leads you into this interesting hallway where you can actually feel the history of another time and place, right? And this building itself is historical, right? So there's so much history. So one of their signature drinks here is the Baklava. That's what I'm having. The Baklava with oat milk. So right away, there's some interesting spices in here, right? That I can't make out yet. I'm gonna make it out. However, when you bring it up to your nose, it almost smells like you're drinking an alcoholic drink. Right now I was drinking a foam. You know what? I didn't ask for any sugar in here, and it's nutty. Hold on, let me find out what this is made with. Oh, it's very nutty. Like chestnut or something. Like it's delicious though. I didn't put any sugar in here. I'm gonna try to find out why it has that it's like an alcoholic flavor. So what flavors is in this baklava? What's in here?
Have you ever had baklava?
No.
It's like a Middle Eastern dessert that is like kilo dough.
Right.
And then it's like layered with honey and pistachio, so that's similar to what we put.
And then, like, when I put it to my face, it almost smells like it's going to be alcoholic, but it's not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There's
Pistachio?
Pistachio, cardamom, honey, and cinnamon.
Thank you so much. So there you guys have it. It's pistachio in there, honey in there. It's really good. It's really good.
There's like 2 stores down the street. One's called Tahani and one's called Damascus.
Right.
They sell baklava.
Oh, they do? Well, we're going to try baklava today.
Don't share it with nobody.
Yeah, I will not.
My friend, what's the history of this place? If you could give me a short rundown of the history of this place here.
History of the place. This
Yeah.
bakery since 1930.
1930.
1930.
What nationality?
Lebanese.
Lebanese.
Syrian Lebanese.
Syrian Lebanese. Okay,
Yes.
okay, man. Big community in here? There like a lot of.
Used to be big community.
Okay.
Syrian used to be all around. Now they all move out because kids grow up, they sell and they leave.
Right. You're like
This
the last
bakery
one.
been here from 1930.
Wow. And who's these people up here? That's you, obviously.
That's me and my brother.
That's you and your brother. Y'all started it. Well, not since 1930, but y'all took it over.
The grandfather, yes.
Oh, your grandfather. That's
See?
yeah.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Third generation. Very good.
All right, you guys. So, as you know, we was across the street at the Swallow Cafe. They sent me over here to the Damascus Pastry shop. This place has been here since 1930. Lebanese. At this point, they're a staple in the community and they're really historic. It would be a shame for any.
Everybody knows Damascus.
Everybody knows Damascus.
Yes.
Your name, sir?
Gus.
Gus.
Hassan.
He took it over from his grandfather.
No, from the father and before the
Oh,
grandfather.
before-
Third generation.
Wow.
I'm here 35 years already. Working behind this counter.
There you go. So I just had the baklava coffee. Now we're gonna try the baklava. They sent me over here. They said you gotta go to Damascus.
That's it.
Okay, we'll try it, Gus. What do you got?
Thank you. Which one do you like? We have baklava walnut, we have baklava pistachio, we
Pistachio.
have baklava almond, then we have cashew, apple, blueberry, raspberry.
Serious? Okay, let me get
Everything.
pistachio and apple.
Here we go.
All right.
This is the pistachio,
Okay.
and this is the apple.
Oh, he has it on right here.
When you eat our baklava, you'll be happy the whole day. What else, brother?
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys, you know how we do. You know how we do. We got to do the taste, right? So we just got our baklava from Damascus Pastries in Brooklyn on Atlantic Avenue. This is the apple baklava. I'm not gonna act. Well, you guys know I didn't even know what baklava was 3 minutes ago. But I definitely didn't think, I've heard of baklava. I didn't think they had so many different flavors. So apparently you can make baklava with anything. This is how this apple looks right here. So if you come to Brooklyn, if you come to New York, come to Brooklyn, get over here to Damascus Pastries and try one of these. I'm going to tell you right now. Crazy. Nuts. Bananas, but apples at the same time. Bananas. Huh? What are you talking about? Jesus. This is gonna sound crazy, but and I almost hate to say it, but eating this, you're like, yo, what's the apple stuff in the rest of the food that I'm eating? You ever had something apple filled? And if that's all you had, you pay it no mind until you have one of these. Then you're like, yo, whoa. What's in the other stuff that I'm eating? If this is apples, which clearly it is, then what's that other apples filled crap? This is delicious. Let me tell you something. Right now, we're so delicate. We're so delicate. The crust was flaky, but soft at the same time, not brittle. That's delicious. Yeah. Come to Damascus Pastries when you hit Brooklyn. Now, I'm almost afraid to taste the pistachio, just in case I don't like it better than the apple. So, for you guys, I gotta do it though, right? For you guys, I gotta do it. I don't know if it's gonna beat that apple. I should have had that last. All right. So, the texture of this feels a little bit harder than the apple, right? So this is what we're looking at here on the pistachio, right? All right, let's go ahead and taste this bad boy. What? Whoa! Wow. Nope. Didn't disappoint. Just as equally as good. And I had my doubts. I had my reservations. I didn't want to do Gus like that. You understand? I didn't want to put him out there and make it seem like he's not making good pistachio baklava. Oh, it's amazing. So apparently, anything they put their hand to, Gus wasn't lying. Everybody knows about Damascus Pastries. So I really enjoyed this here particular video because I discovered a number of things that I quite frankly would not have discovered if I just didn't have the curiosity, the natural curiosity that I have about history, social science, you understand? I don't know what it was. I do know what it was. It was these boutiques that I always see on Atlantic Avenue. I'm like, you know what? This seems like a little swanky area. Let me see what type of video I could do about like this, just the creation of all of these boutiques on this one block in Brooklyn. And then that kind of led me further down to a place that would be way more historic, which is Atlantic Avenue, specifically between Henry and Court, right? So that's 2 blocks actually, because you should have Henry, Clinton, Court, right? And I would have never discovered about the Middle Eastern community that pretty much started establishing itself around the 1920s. Right? So when you get your Damascus pastries and all that, that's part of this Middle Eastern Yemenese community, Lebanese community, all up and down this 2-block radius. Even if you look at the Swallow Cafe, that wasn't the original name of the cafe, right? So listen, this was a great experience for me. Now, what I did do is I tried to track down a few of the buildings to see what businesses was slightly the same, what buildings was slightly the same. There was a funeral home. I believe it was founded in the late 1800s, Gier Cronin, by two brothers, right? Gier Cronin Funeral Home, the Undertakers. That building is no longer there, as we can see, right? They've turned that building into some type of Pilates shop. Even though they had moved it anyway from 103 to 115, I couldn't even find a funeral parlor there. So that funeral business is gone. And I think that's amazing, right? That you had this establishment that was part of the community for so long, and just like that, it's gone, and now it's a place that women work out their glutes. It's almost like it makes it seem insignificant, right? All of that work and effort, and maybe it was for the time. So maybe it's a lesson for life, right? Like what you do maybe for a window period of time. I don't know. No one's going to appreciate that now. I mean, I did a video showing you guys about it. There were a couple of other buildings that seems to be historical. That's no longer there. I did mention the Benjamin Moore Paint Company. So apparently, if you look, I think the Robert Moses project with the Cross Bronx and all, Robert Moses went nuts when he got the position he got. He started building in New York. So instead of making that like a landmark, which probably should have happened, 55 Atlantic Avenue, it appears, because it looks like Atlantic Avenue ends right at 59, right? So it appears whatever that building was is demolished completely. I mean, there was a fire, so now it's a park there, and then there's the highway. So I think it got demolished, guys. I think it got demolished. But listen, nonetheless, I really enjoyed this video. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Please share it to your friends. This is a new channel. This is only my second video. I know you guys thought I was food critics, and I'm still critiquing food somehow. But I'm not a food critic. I'm just a social scientist, right? And I love social studies, social history, and there's a lot of rich history all about the earth that I'm starting with New York, because this is like the closest place I'm at, but I'm going to be hitting different states all over, eventually the world, and we'll just discover things together, right? Different things of interest, we'll discover them together. So again, my name is Jamel Saladin. This is the Social Science Experiments. Thank you for watching and supporting the channel. All right, you guys take it easy. Bye.